Once upon a time in a small town, there lived a girl named Emily. She was a bright-eyed teenager with big dreams. Ever since she could remember, Emily wanted to be a dancer. She would spend hours in her room, practicing her moves and dancing along to her favorite music. Her heart would soar each time she spun and leaped across the floor. But Emily knew that her dreams would not come easy. Emily's mother, Sarah, worked at a local bakery. She was known for her warm smile and kind heart. Sarah had dreams of her own when she was younger. She had wanted to be an artist, to paint beautiful pictures that would inspire others. But life had taken a different turn for her. After Emily was born, Sarah made the choice to put her dreams aside to provide a better life for her daughter. One evening, Emily came home excited from school. Her teacher had announced a dance competition. The winner would receive a scholarship to a prestigious dance academy in the city. Emily could hardly contain her excitement as she told her mother about it. "Mom, I want to enter the competition. This could be my chance," she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with hope. Sarah smiled, but Emily noticed a slight sadness in her eyes. She knew her mother had sacrifices of her own, but Sarah wanted to support her daughter, so she encouraged Emily to practice every day. "Emily, you are an amazing dancer. I believe in you. Go for it," Sarah said, putting her hand on Emily's shoulder. Days turned into weeks as Emily trained for the competition. She would wake up early to practice her routine before school and stay late after classes to perfect her steps. Her friends, Mia and Jake, often joined her, cheering her on. Mia was a talented violinist, while Jake loved to act. They shared a dream of making it big one day, too. As the competition day approached, Emily worked harder than ever, but the pressure began to weigh on her. She worried about disappointing her mother if she didn't win. One night, as she practiced in the living room, Sarah walked in. Emily could see her mother was tired from work. "Mom, are you okay?" she asked, pausing her dance. "I'm fine, sweetheart. Just a little tired. You should keep practicing," Sarah replied gently. Emily looked at her mother, realizing the sacrifices she had made. She knew her mother never pushed her to become a dancer. It was her own dream. A wave of love and gratitude washed over her, and she hugged Sarah tightly. "Thank you for everything, Mom," she whispered. As the competition day arrived, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. Dancers from all over the state were there, each of them eager to showcase their talent. Emily's heart raced, and her palms were sweaty. She could see Mia and Jake from across the room, waving encouragingly. "Emily, you got this." Mia shouted. When it was Emily's turn on stage, she took a deep breath and stepped forward. As the music began, she felt the rhythm flow through her. She forgot about the audience and concentrated on the dance. Each move was filled with joy and passion. As she twirled and leaped, she thought about her mother's sacrifices, how she had given up her own dreams for Emily's happiness. When the song ended, the applause was thunderous. Emily felt proud of herself not just for performing well, but for honoring her mother's love. The judges deliberated, and soon they called the winners. Emily held her breath, her dreams hanging in the balance. "And the winner is Emily," the announcer exclaimed. Joy erupted in Emily's heart. She ran off the stage and into her mother's arms. Tears of joy streamed down Sarah's face as she hugged her daughter tightly. "You did it, Emily. I'm so proud of you," she exclaimed. After the competition, Emily learned that she had received a scholarship to the dance academy. Life began to change for both of them. Emily dedicated herself to her dancing. She spent every free moment in the studio, pushing herself to be the best dancer she could be. Sarah supported her every step of the way, still working at the bakery during the day, but keeping the evenings free for Emily's lessons. But as time went on, Emily noticed that her mother looked more tired than before. One evening, after a long day at the academy, Emily found her mom sitting at the kitchen table, a stack of bills in front of her. "Mom, why don't you take a break? You work so hard," Emily asked. "Honey, I'm fine. This is all for you." "Your dreams are more important," Sarah replied, flashing a weary smile. That statement resonated deeply with Emily. She knew that her mother was sacrificing her own well-being to support her. It hit her hard, and she decided it was time to give back. The next day, Emily spoke to her dance instructors. With their guidance, she planned a dance showcase to raise money for the bakery. The idea was simple: a beautiful performance that would show appreciation for her mother's hard work. As the showcase day came closer, Emily practiced even more, gathering her friends and fellow dancers to join her in this effort. She wanted it to be meaningful and filled with love. On the day of the performance, the community gathered in the school auditorium, excited to support Emily and her cause. The lights dimmed, and as the music began, Emily felt a wave of emotions wash over her. Each dance, each movement, told the story of love, sacrifice, and dreams. When the final dance ended, the audience burst into applause. Emily's heart soared as she saw her mother crying happy tears in the front row. After the performance, Emily took the stage. "Thank you all for coming tonight. I wanted to dedicate this performance to my mom, who has given up her dreams so I could chase mine. This is not just for me. It's for you too, Mom." Sarah stood up, wiping her tears. The audience cheered, and in that moment, Emily realized that both their dreams could shine together. Months passed, and with the money raised in the showcase, Sarah decided to take pottery classes she had always wanted to try. Emily cheered her on, just like her mother had done for her. Emily continued to dance, but now she understood that dreams were meant to be shared. Sarah's rediscovery of her passion for art inspired Emily even more. They grew together through their mutual support, learning that sacrifices made out of love only strengthen bonds. In the end, Emily knew that her mother's silent sacrifices had not held her back. Instead, they had fueled her passion. The Dance Academy was just the beginning of their journey together, where both dreams could thrive side by side, nurtured by love and the unbreakable bond of family. Genre: original. Characters: Asterisk, Juian the son, an aspiring musician. Asterisk, Yama the mother, a former talented artist. Asterisk, Jihai, Juhyun's childhood friend and supporter. Asterisk, Minjun, Juhyun's bandmate, a guitarist. Asterisk, Sean Sengnim, Juhyun's music teacher. The old piano sat in the corner of our small apartment, its keys yellow with age, a silent testament to a dream deferred. My dream, or rather, what I thought was only my dream. I, Juhyun, was a musician, or at least, I desperately wanted to be one. Every spare moment was spent hunched over the piano, my fingers dancing across the keys, trying to coax melodies that mirrored the emotions swirling inside me. My mother, Yama, watched me from the doorway, a faint smile gracing her lips. Her eyes, though, held a wistful look that I, in my youthful self-absorption, never truly understood. "Your music is beautiful, Juhyun," she would say, her voice soft like a gentle breeze. "Keep practicing. You have a gift." Iyama worked tirelessly at the local market, her hands roughened by the endless sorting and selling of vegetables. She never complained, not about the long hours, nor the aching back, nor the meager earnings. All she cared about was providing for me, ensuring I had enough to eat and a roof over my head. "Iyama, you work too hard," I'd often say, guilt gnawing at me as I saw her weary face. "I should get a job, help you out." "Nonsense," she'd retort, her voice firm. "Your job is to study, to practice your music. Don't worry about me. I'm strong." I believed her, or perhaps I wanted to believe her. I was young, driven by ambition, blinded by my own aspirations. I saw my music as my escape, my path to a better life, a way to repay Yama for all her sacrifices. But I was too naive to realize the extent of those sacrifices. My childhood friend, Jihai, was the only one who seemed to see the whole picture. She lived next door, her family as humble as ours. Jihai always had a quiet strength, a grounded perspective that I often lacked. "Juhyun, you know your Yama isn't getting any younger," she'd say, her brow furrowed with concern. "She pushes herself too hard, and she never buys anything for herself." I know. I'd reply, frustration creeping into my voice. "What do you want me to do? Give up my music? That's the only way I can make her proud, make her life better." Jihai would sigh, her gaze softening. "Just be mindful, Juhyun. Look beyond yourself sometimes." Her words stung, but I pushed them aside. I had a competition to win, a scholarship to earn. My band, which included Juian, a talented guitarist, was our only ticket out of this life. We practiced relentlessly, our music echoing through the thin walls of our apartment, much to the chagrin of our neighbors. My music teacher, Juian, saw potential in me, pushing me to hone my skills, encouraging me to reach for the stars. He told me stories of famous musicians who had overcome hardship, who had persevered despite the odds. His words fueled my determination, making me even more single-minded in my pursuit. The day of the competition arrived, and I was a nervous wreck. Iama squeezed my hand, her eyes filled with unwavering faith. "You'll do great, Juian," she whispered. "I know you will." As I sat at the piano, the spotlight blinding me, I thought of Iama, of her calloused hands, of her tireless efforts. I closed my eyes and let the music flow, pouring my heart and soul into every note. The melody filled the hall, a tapestry of hope and longing, of gratitude and love. I won. The scholarship was mine. I had done it. I had finally achieved something that would make Iama proud. But the celebration was short-lived. A week later, Iama collapsed at the market. The doctor's diagnosis was grim, a heart condition, exacerbated by years of overwork and neglect. She needed surgery, expensive surgery that we couldn't afford. My world crumbled around me. The scholarship, my dreams, all seemed meaningless in the face of Iama's failing health. "I'll sell the piano," I said, my voice trembling. "I'll get a job, any job. We'll find a way to pay for the surgery." Iama shook her head weakly. "No, Juian, don't give up your music. It's your life, your dream." "But what about you, Iama?" I cried, tears streaming down my face. "What about your life?" It was then that Jihai revealed a secret Iama had kept hidden for years. She had been a talented artist, a painter with a promising future. But when I was born, she had given it all up, sacrificing her own dreams to provide for me, to nurture my talent. She used to paint beautiful landscapes, Jihai said, her voice choked with emotion. She even had offers from galleries, but she turned them down, saying she couldn't leave you alone. My heart shattered into a million pieces. Iama had given up everything for me, and I had been too blind to see it. My dream had been built on her sacrifice, on her silent suffering. I sold the scholarship. I took on multiple jobs, working day and night. Juian helped, Jihai helped. Even Juian contributed what he could. It wasn't enough, but it was a start. Then, an anonymous buyer purchased Iama's old paintings, the ones she had hidden away in the attic. It was enough to cover the remaining costs of the surgery. Iama survived. The surgery was a success. As she recovered, I sat by her bedside, holding her hand, finally understanding the depth of her love, the immensity of her sacrifice. "Thank you, Juian," she whispered, her voice weak but filled with love. "Thank you for everything." "No, Iama," I replied, my voice thick with emotion. "Thank you. Thank you for giving up your dreams, so I could chase mine. Now it's my turn to make your dreams come true." I never went back to music the same way. I still play, but my focus shifted. I used my music to tell Iama's story, to honor her sacrifice, to raise awareness about the silent sacrifices that mothers make every day. I started a foundation to support aspiring artists from underprivileged backgrounds, ensuring they didn't have to choose between their dreams and their families. Iama's sacrifice changed everything. It taught me the true meaning of love, of sacrifice, of gratitude. It showed me that true success wasn't just about achieving my own dreams, but about helping others achieve theirs. And it all started with a mother's silent sacrifice, a sacrifice that echoed in every note I played, in every action I took for the rest of my life. Once in a quiet town, there lived a girl named Lily. She was bright and full of dreams. Lily wanted to become a famous artist. She spent countless hours painting in her small room, where colors danced on canvas, bringing her imagination to life. Each stroke of paint filled her heart with joy and hope. But little did she know about the silent sacrifices made by the most important person in her life, her mother, Sarah. Sarah was a single mother who worked long hours at the local diner. She wore a smile at work, but often returned home tired. Her hands were calloused from serving meals, and her hair was usually tied back in a messy bun. But despite her exhaustion, Sarah always encouraged Lily to chase her dreams. She believed in her daughter's talent more than anyone else did. "Mom, I want to attend art school in the city. I know I can do it," Lily declared one evening, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Sarah looked at her daughter, her heart swelling with pride, but also with concern. "Art school is very expensive, Lily. It will take a lot of money," she replied gently. Lily's excitement faltered a bit. She knew that money was tight, but she decided to work harder. "I can earn scholarships, Mom. We can make it work," she insisted. Days turned into weeks as Lily poured her heart into sketches and paintings, preparing her portfolio. Sarah, noticing her daughter's determination, began to save every penny she could. She cut back on little things like new clothes and fancy coffees. Every dollar she saved whispered a promise of a brighter future for Lily. As the summer ended, Lily's portfolio was ready. It was time to apply. Sarah encouraged her, giving her strength. "You've worked so hard, Lily. I'm proud of you no matter what happens," she said, her eyes shining with love. Lily submitted her application with hope, her heart racing with dreams of city life and art. Then began the long wait for the results. Every day, she would check her email with excitement and fear. Meanwhile, Sarah continued to work hard, her tired smile never wavering. One sunny morning, while eating breakfast, Lily's phone buzzed. She opened the email and read the word she longed to see. "Congratulations! You've been accepted." Cheers filled the kitchen as Lily jumped up. But as she celebrated, she noticed her mother's smile fade slightly. "Mom, I got in." "We did it," Lily yelled, throwing her arms around Sarah. "Yes, honey, I'm so proud of you," Sarah replied, pulling her close. But deep inside, a shadow of worry lingered. As the school year approached, the reality of moving to the city sank in. Sarah had saved some money, but it was not nearly enough. They still needed to pay for tuition, supplies, and living expenses. Sarah struggled with the thought of sending Lily away, knowing it would push their finances to the limit. "Mom, how will we afford this?" "I don't want to let you down," Lily asked one day. "Lily, you can never let me down. This is your dream, and you deserve it," Sarah assured her, even as fear crept into her heart. As the first semester began, Sarah continued to work double shifts at the diner. She rarely had time to rest, but wore her burdens silently. She never mentioned how tired she was or how her back ached from standing all day. Every morning, she woke up early to make breakfast for Lily and kiss her goodbye. In the city, Lily flourished in the vibrant art community. She had never felt so alive. Her paintings began to catch attention, and she even made a few friends. Yet, during her joyful moments, she always thought of her mother and the sacrifices she must be making. One day, Lily returned home for winter break. She was excited to see her mother, but was shocked by what she found. Sarah, though still smiling, looked older and more worn than before. The lines on her face told stories of exhaustion. "Mom, are you okay?" Lily asked with concern. "I'm fine, sweetheart," Sarah replied, brushing off the worry. "I've just been busy." But that evening, as they sat together, Sarah's silence spoke volumes. During a quiet moment, Lily broke the ice. "Mom, I know you're working really hard. I want to help you. I could take a part-time job when I return." "No, Lily, this is your time to shine. You focus on your art," Sarah insisted, her voice soft yet firm. After the break, as spring approached, things began to change. Lily noticed that Sarah was getting sicker. Once full of energy, she now struggled to keep up. Worried, Lily urged her to see a doctor, but Sarah deflected the idea. "I can't afford a doctor, Lily. You need to think about your school," Sarah said, her voice trembling. When Lily returned to school, a heavy heart followed her. With each passing day, she painted her worries onto the canvas, pouring her love for her mother into each piece. She wanted to become successful not just for herself, but for Sarah, the woman who had sacrificed so much. Months later, during the annual art showcase, Lily presented her work. She painted a series of pieces representing the love between a mother and daughter, highlighting the strength in their bond. The crowd was moved, and Lily received special recognition for her work. Afterward, she rushed home, excited to share her achievement with Sarah. "Mom, I won." "They love my paintings," she shouted, bursting through the door. But as she turned the corner into the living room, she paused. Sarah was sitting on the couch, her head low. "Mom!" Lily rushed to her, fear gripping her heart. "I'm sorry, Lily," Sarah whispered, tears in her eyes. "I didn't want to worry you." In that moment, everything shattered. Lily held her mother close, whispering how much she loved her. They both realized the sacrifice Sarah had made, giving up her own dreams so Lily could chase hers. After that day, Lily made a promise. She would work hard, not only pursue her art, but also to care for Sarah. Together, they would chase dreams, one step at a time, always side by side. Through love and sacrifice, they forged a new path together, proving that dreams could be shared and nurtured in the simplest of ways.